Maybe it's time to do some deep thinking about why you crumbled so easily to pure pressure to f with your marriage. Hi, I am Previous. I'm a new content creator slash streamer, and if you like this video, then it would be very appreciated if you considered dropping a like and maybe subscribing. And with that, let me get into the video. Before I get into this first post, I do want to say that this video is inspired by Luke Kono. I hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. It's very nice. Let's get into this first post. R/relationship advice. I, 28 female, made a joke with my husband, 29 male. It is costing me my marriage with a man I truly love. I need help fixing it. Created the account a couple of minutes ago to get advice. A joke I made spiraling out of control, and I'm losing a man I truly love over it. My husband and I have been married for 4 years now, and I truly do love him with everything I have. I can't see a life without him. I took some stupid advice from some of my girlfriend regarding a joke that they have done with their husbands or boyfriend. The joke is basically telling your partner you want to break up or that you want a divorce. I never wanted to do it, and I thought it was cruel to do, especially to someone you love, but I was convinced after it kept pestering me about it, as I was the only one that haven't done it yet out of the 5 of us. They further convinced me about it when they told me the reactions the partner had afterwards. Stupidly, I did it last week, and my husband's reaction wasn't what I thought it would be. I honestly thought he would try and talk to me or beg me to make suggestions like my friend's partner have done, but he didn't. We had dinner and was watching a movie, and when I told him, I'm not happy anymore, I think we should get a divorce, he looked at me for a couple of seconds, and I swear I looked like something broke in his eyes. He got up, walked into our bedroom, and within 10 minutes came out with a bag and walked out of the house without saying a word to me. I tried to stop him, especially after seeing him with his bag packed, and told him it was just a joke, and I didn't mean any of it. He basically just brushed me off and walked out. I tried to get a hold of him, messages, calls, emails, video chats, but he just wasn't answering me at all. I talked to his friends, but none of them want to tell me where he is, when and if they answer me. I went to his work, but they refused me entry into the building. I have tried his parents, but they don't want to get involved, as well as with his siblings. The only messages I got back was from his sister telling me I joke or not, I f***ed up. I have sent many messages about it being a joke, and even sent screenshots of my conversations with my girlfriends about the joke as proof that it was a joke, and I am not backtracking all of a sudden, but nothing. My friends didn't have any real advice. They told me to just give him time and that he will get over it. Everything came down on me yesterday when I was served with actual divorce papers. It felt like someone slapped me in the face and continued to hit me. I was and still am in so much pain. I frantically tried to get a hold of him, but all I got back was he has nothing to say and I should talk to his lawyer. How can I get the man I love back? I don't want to lose him. I made a stupid joke. I know that, and it's breaking my world apart. Edit. I already had questions in my DM about this. We have had no issue that I know of. We were laughing the whole time throughout the day. Had fun and everything. No fight or distance recently between us. Nothing like that at all. Everything was basically perfect. Whew, that was a lot. Before I get into my own opinion about things, I'm gonna read some comments out. The joke basically telling your partner you want to break up with them or that you want a divorce? What the actual f***? That is not a joke. You did something extremely stupid and are facing the consequences for it. It honestly looks like your female friends know how ridiculously gullible you are and knew exactly how this would blow up in your face. This message was from a user that was originally deleted, so sorry, I don't know who this was from. The user Major Employee 8795 says, I kept seeing people claim this is fake. Unfortunately, I've met too many people, men and women, who would do this for a reaction. User Relevant Jack White says, the problem isn't that he thinks you were serious, that you just need to convince him it was just a joke. The problem is that you would joke about that in the first place. That's an insane thing to say to a spouse when you don't even mean it. There are some things you just don't joke about, and now your marriage is probably over because you can't tell your friends no. You knew it was cruel to do so, and you did it anyways. Maybe it's time to do some deep thinking about why you crumbled so easily to peer pressure to with your marriage. Okay, well, yeah, honestly, my opinions aren't too far off from what other people have said about it. If you're in a happy marriage, why would you even think to joke about, oh, I'm not happy in this marriage, I want a divorce? Like, obviously, if you're the partner, what do you even think? Because even if you get told, oh, it was just a joke, I was just kidding, you know, he's never gonna think the same after that. Like, am I the only one? Like, if I get told I'm not happy in this marriage, I want a divorce, even if I get told it was just a joke, I'm gonna think in the back of my head, oh, maybe she's just lying, maybe she's just, you know, staying with me out of pity, stuff like that. What? Seriously, what did you expect out of this? Other than divorce? Like, okay, it was a joke. Where's the punchline? Honestly, I think the husband is a diva, and honestly, dodged a bullet at that. Because if you even consider doing something like that and are surprised that he walks out, then, you know, what is there to really say at this point? She seriously fucked up, and now she's facing the consequences of her actions. Me, 25, female, boyfriend, 25, male, said he doesn't want my happiness to be dependent on him. My boyfriend is really busy with work, often working 6 to 23-hour shifts. And while he could still put more effort in, he admitted that he doesn't want to be more present because it doesn't affect him much, not seeing me often. He said he doesn't want my happiness to be dependent on him, and asked me what would make me happy in the long run. Not just relationship-wise, but in life. I told him that I want to find a job, love, and to be loved, build a family, and have someone to hug before going to sleep every night. I asked what he wanted, and he said that he wanted this year to go well at work and buy a house later in life. I also told him that I think happiness has many factors. I am happy with school, friends, family, and my career prospect, but I am also unhappy with how he treats me in our relationship. I had to let him go because he had to return to work, and we had a lot to discuss, such as how he views my goals, how each of us fundamentally perceives love, his parents' relationship, and his family dynamics. For now, he said, let's think about what we should do in our relationship, what would happen when I leave the country because my student visa expires, and realistic things. He said, let's not decide something right now, but think about it. What does it mean when your partner says they don't want your happiness to depend on him? What is the deep meaning and nuisance of it? Edit. Thanks everyone for weighing in. I texted him late at night and I told him it isn't his responsibility to make me happy. I think he wants to break up, but doesn't want to hurt me. So he's trying to make me say it. We want different things. I want love, and he no longer sees that in me. I'm letting him go, and I wish him happiness. If he wants to see me one last time before I leave, he can reach out. He acknowledges it must have been difficult for me to decide to let him go and say it. He thinks it's for the best, and he wishes I were happy for everything that will happen in my life. He's happy to meet me before I leave. So many of you were right. I'm obviously upset and sad. Crying like a lunatic. I loved him so much, and I hope he would love me just as much. That didn't happen. I believe he liked me to some extent. Otherwise, we would not have been in a relationship. Before this love story did not end like a rom-com. That's okay. I truly believe it's not because I'm unlovable, but because we didn't like each other equally. Sometimes there's just no reason for that, and it is what it is. It's nice to put this out here. Like, I'm screaming my thoughts into a void, but people are still listening. I'm going to be okay. Whew. Yeah, that was a lot. Now let's get into some comments. The first one is from Sufficient Berry 827, and they say, kinda sounds like he means he wants you to lead a fulfilling life independent of him, and that's honestly not a bad way to be when it comes to dating relationships. Your happiness shouldn't hinge on someone else, but there's a difference between two independent people enjoying their space and coming together to enjoy each other in the context of a relationship, and being totally absent while treating a partner like they only exist when it is convenient. The latter is not a healthy relationship dynamic and can lead to anxious attachment tendencies. If he can't keep a relationship in his top 3 priorities, then it doesn't sound like he's ready to be in a relationship at this point in his life. All right, this next comment is from Prestigious Mark 831. So in my opinion, it sounds like he wants you to find out what makes you happy in life, what your goals are, what makes you passionate about your life. As far as he doesn't want to be present because it doesn't affect him much, not see you often, I think he means that he doesn't really miss you that much when you're not together. He sounds like a pretty straightforward guy just from the sound of it. If it's not what you're looking for in a relationship, you need to move on. It sounds like he's saying exactly what he's looking for. Trust your instincts, OP. Whatever OP means. I barely use Reddit. This is like the most I've used Reddit in the past like year. Well, the comments had very good points, but this one kind of hits a little too close to home, and I really get that. I really get wanting to be a priority in somebody's life, but one thing I do have to take away from it, I do have to agree that you shouldn't depend on somebody for your happiness, and it is very unhealthy to be so attached to somebody that if they're unhappy, then you are unhappy. It's a very dangerous mindset. If anybody does feel that way, it's best to heal from it, and if you do feel like that, it's probably best to not be in a relationship. And that's coming from a person who used to be like that and still kind of struggles with it, but I'm at a place where I know how to ground myself and to heal. But with that, your partner should always be your top 3 priorities, if not your first, second. In my opinion, it should be your first, but you know, people would probably put their family first, stuff like that. In my opinion, partners are family to an extent. But yeah, honestly, it didn't really seem like she was a priority in his life, and I honestly think that she dodged a bullet. For sure, you shouldn't have to beg somebody to love you, and especially doesn't help if you have that hyperdependency on somebody. It will just seriously eat you alive. Honestly, my heart goes out to anyone who is stuck feeling like that. It's seriously not a good thing. But I promise you so much that it is very possible to heal from it, and it'll be okay. You just gotta trust yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta spend time with yourself, and depend on yourself for happiness. Because the only person who can truly make you happy is yourself, and somebody will love you with that. But you can't love somebody properly if you don't love yourself first. But yeah, ranting aside, I am gonna end off this video. I had lots of fun reading chaotic relationships with my single ass. There's no better advice you can get than from somebody who is single as fuck. So yeah, if you stayed this long into the video, thank you so much. This is my first video ever, and I can't thank you enough. If you enjoyed this video and you want more like this, make sure to drop a like and maybe hit that subscribe button. Please. Maybe comment like, I love nuggets, or like, I trust nuggets to taste good. I don't even know. Just yeah, anyways, make sure to stay hydrated. Make sure to eat good meal. Make sure to eat your fiber, you know. Have a good day.